Hey there, Darkstar here. Maybe we don't need to fit all of this on here. How's that look? Oops. All right, I'm gonna try something I don't normally do. One of the big airliners. I've been playing them a little bit, and I think I'm doing okay. So, gonna give it a shot in a semi-realistic flight here. I wish the YouTube Studio control panel could be smaller. There's very little information there for it to be so big. Okay, we got the chat up. I got my NeoFly pilots flying. This is not going to be a NeoFly mission because I can't afford a 787 yet in NeoFly. I've rented a small Airbus as my only bigger plane. The other change I've done on the NeoFly side is I've switched everybody over to DC-3s, so all my pilots now, except for the one rented Airbus, are flying DC-3s, and I have one pilot ferrying my Cessna over from like Europe all the way down to Papua New Guinea. So they're on the last leg of that flight. Yeah, they're gonna get close to Port Moresby in this last flight, and then I'll just do one transit over to AYPY, and then they will be there. So I'm thinking to make this a night flight as well, just to make it extra challenging. We're gonna do live everything, live weather, live time. If anyone wants to join, it takes a little bit to get going, and you can spawn on the runway and be ready pretty quick. Should be a very short flight. So it's KTEX to KASE. Okay, I guess let's start on the runway ourselves. Well, let's do I'm not going to do the full checklist and everything because it's late. But I do want to do a sim brief plan here. If we can, let's go to our fleet. Do I have the 787? There it is. The KASE. We're not going to spend much time on taxiing since we're going to spawn on the runway, so that'll be fine. So 9 and 15. This picked 33. So 9 and 15. Almost a straight shot. Okay, it says we need 13.5 on the fuel. "30 minutes in the air." 2,100 feet. Let's see if we import route here. Okay, KTEX. Is there a departure procedure? Wonder if we could just depart the other runway. I don't know what the weather's going to be like doing that, but I don't want to have to fly out and turn around. We'll try it. So ETL to DBL. And then run, this is runway 15, or is an RNAV approach. This must be missed approach. I wish they would color that separate. Like they do here, they like put it in that color in the other screen too. I feel like this is a suboptimal route though. Like would we not really not go around a little ways? I was kind of thinking it would bring us in like down the canyon and onto final or something. Be interesting to see if we hit things following the RNAV route. Let's do look at our arrivals. I need FAA. Approach course 166. DBL all in. Okay. So one thing I learned today is that this 787 is huge. I was right next to a 737 MAX and I'm like, wow, that looks like a tiny plane compared to the 787. So that was interesting. Oh yeah, we got to vote on our Beyond ATC option also. I don't like their options really. But I guess I'm going to go with divert to SimBrief alternate, even though it's not very popular. GSX integration is winning. And I don't use that and don't plan on it. Oh, you know what? Can I vote again? I want seamless turnaround. It's doing this thing again. This does not bode well. Hope it's not changing my flight plan, although we still have the SimBrief one, we can always redo it, but yeah, it is changing it. It's annoying. I think I might have to. Let's reload. Even that's not working. Hello. Guess I could fire up Beyond ATC. I don't know, I more want to do the flying and less of the setup though. We need to figure out somewhere on Discord that we could hang out. Maybe I should try and learn how to set up a Discord. Problem is, it seems like people spend a lot of time getting them set up beyond just I don't remember what we're doing now. KTEX, I think. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it would put us over on the runway before it actually spawned us in. I hope we don't have damage from that. What the heck? Cabin altitude. Why is it putting this on the right? Alright, let's import route. And then we want to fix this up a little bit. It's got our altitude. Wait, we're departing on 9 again. Oh, wait, we're on 27, so we want 27. And we'll do straight out. That'll take us right towards ETL. And then it was... We're going to try the RNAV via DBL. And arrival we don't need. Does this make us go to DBL twice? I wonder if we need to remove that waypoint. Yeah. When it does it like that, you often end up doing this big loop at the end, which maybe is okay. But we're gonna try it without. Okay, and then let's just do some minimum setup here. Flight directors are on, auto throttles are armed, speed is 200. We're going to do, we're gonna go straight, I can't really see, let's see if I remember where the lights are. I feel like one of these brings up the lights. Cabin altitude, really? I wonder if that's just going to take a while to catch up. I do feel like there was a couple of maintenance things I needed to do up here. Lights on are good. can't make the ding sound. Well, let's work with what we got here real quick. Really? But it doesn't have that. It's like 3,000 pounds. 210. I don't know what to put in here ever. Thrust limit, you can select these. We're just gonna go with max. I'm gonna go with 15 flaps, I think is what it is. I don't know. Okay, we should set our trim to whatever it said, 5.5. In my opinion, they don't really start off with enough. We'll put it a little higher. That did not get us our V speed yet. Position. Performance. So I don't have V-Read. Do we need to put like runway 27 in here? Pre-flight complete. We have a lot of fuel. Wonder if it's too late to change our fuel. I don't remember what it said we needed now. Uh, 13,000. So way more than 13,000, right? Okay, we're pretty light otherwise. We got some passengers, we got some cargo. We'll go with that. Okay, that should be aligned. Weight and balance looks like it's loaded in mostly. Okay, I guess it's this it's missing. Still KTEX and KASE. And we are Dark Star 2025. And runway 27, I think. Okay. Still don't have speeds. There we go. So it looks like we're rotating at 134. Speeds deleted. Still rotate at 134. Okay, did we get any route in here? It looks like a no. This part, SIDS none. Runway 27, okay. Arrival will be RNAV F via DBL. So I guess we could put an ETL in there. Is that? Let's just make sure that's right. Yeah, ETL. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Move engines to the other side and go to flight plan and zoom out. Okay, that looks roughly correct. Now, if you're on this mode here and you're on your legs, you can say step to go to the next step, and then you can zoom in. Alright, what else do we need? We could pretend to put in some minimums. Now it shows up on Lido. Now what I've done an ILS approach in this, and I know how to enter the nav frequencies and course. I don't know how to put the course in for an RNAV. I like how there's like 3 of these. So our transponder, communications, rudder trim, floor lights. I think that's some lighting there, right? Nice. Okay, we were kind of looking for something like a minimum. Circling minimum. Let's see. The runway's at the threshold and the touchdown zone. Wow, that is not very flat, is it? Let's go 7-7. Well, this thing is so hard to deal with. Let's see what we can actually do. I'd like to do like, you know, let's just do radio. Let's do something like that. You know, I suppose it's possible the FAA chart might have something different. Oh yeah, these have, no, that's all circling. I don't know. Oh, if anyone wants to join, now would be the time. All right, I'm back. Took so long to get these things set up. Low fuel center, that is correct. Doesn't let us fuel up the way we want. Okay, so we're looking for like 13,700 down to 12,200 once we get there. Where's our HUD? Huh. There it is. What happens if we hit control space? That's a decent enough position. I'll go in just a little bit here like that. Okay, I think I'm set up here. I've got flight directors on. We got auto throttles armed. We have our altitude dialed in. I don't think we're gonna need heading, but let's just put in a heading anyway. I did learn that to enable heading mode, you click this thing. Of course, you can hold any heading too. And flight level change is there. I haven't figured out what this does yet. Okay, do we have the parking brake on? I don't know. We are in takeoff go around mode. So what happens if we just turn these on and hit the autopilot? Nope. No autopilot. Okay. Because we did have the parking brake on. Trim is set, flaps are 15. Now my understanding is this has something to do with a tail strike. I think we don't want it to go above that dash line or something. Whoa. That was interesting. Okay, autopilot is on. I swear to God, we're gonna hit a mountain there. Well, that was sort of like terrible. I don't know what happened. Okay. I don't really like these that much. So we have LNAV, VNAV. 1,000. Getting our flaps up, I think. Did we get the gear up? No, I missed the gear. Shame on me. Thought I hit it. Alright, we should be turning right here. Like I said, the point of this is just to get better at flying the plane anyway, so. It does have bank angle limiting. It starts off on auto. I'll just let it auto bank. Top a climb here. Do we have night mode tablet yet? And it keeps losing my map setting. Interesting if we hit some clouds up here. It says there's weather, but alright, that's top of climb. Standard barometer. Okay, our arrival was 27. No. — 15? Yeah. And there's no... just RNAV F. So, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing we just dial this down. To whatever we need it to be to catch the... so 12,200? This doesn't seem to work right. I'm not sure what auto would do, but... I love night flying when there's stuff to look at. This is kind of weird, like the lights only show up at certain angles on the buttons. Not sure why that would be. Yeah, so let's hope for Arnav we don't need to do anything else. It should fly the flight plan at least. Let's see if the checklist have any guidance. I don't think it did. Climb. Oh, well, that's going to be so short. We'll turn them off. See if we can remember later to turn them on. I think we want strobe beacon nav. So one thing I was noticing is this is hard to get to. So like you could put something else up here, I'm not sure what. A checklist probably. Now in descent it says to hit this cancel recall button. I'm not sure what that does, but can extend the gear at 270 Mach 0.82. Guess we can set up our brakes. We could go max auto. We don't have to pay for molten wheels. Just curious how fast it'll stop. Oh man, I wish you could go into setting. I wish you could go into settings on the EFB actually. But at least without pausing the game and everything. Oh, we're already descending. Wow. I didn't even notice we had top of descent. And of course you got a whole nother panel here you can put stuff on. Yeah, I think sys is what I was doing. So you can do like fuel, monitor fuel. Center's done. Flight controls. Hydraulic, APU, oxygen. Monitor doors. Hydraulics. Seems like a good setup. So I guess let's hit recall cancel. We need to get auto brake set, and we need our landing data. Okay, for that we need to go over here. I need to go, wait, where do we go? Here? Approach. Landing raft. We'll go 3140. Better start slowing down soon or we're gonna break the speed limit. Okay, we did that. We did that. Seat belts. Guess we can make sure our seatbelt sign is on. It already is. Taxi lights. Landing lights on. Altimeters. We'll auto set that. Speed brake armed. Now normally I use reverse thrust and speed brake automatically. But I think I'm gonna change that real quick. What? Spoilers. I will take that off. And then we will arm speed brakes. Okay, so we're flying up to DBL, turning around and heading straight down into the... So I am curious if it's gonna auto decelerate here. Flaps 1, we can get out at 260. 260, 240, 230. Of course, we can always speed brakes to slow down. $2,500 what?
2,500. 2500.
We're supposed to be 13,700 at DBL. I'm not sure what it's doing. Holding at 14, but speed brake is armed. Auto brake max. Seatbelts on. I guess you can extend the gear going quite fast. Thinking for this turn, we want to slow down a little bit. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and drop the gear. Man, I wish we had relative terrain. Flaps, 17 to 15. We can go all the way up to 30 flaps already. We're below 180. This has a lot of steps on the flaps. That's 20. Which I think is... Okay, there's 20, 25, and then 30. Alright, we are lined up on final. Get the flaps all the way down. It's auto-checking these off, too. Hydraulic panel. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the hydraulics. That's shut down, so nothing right now. somewhere over here, not over here? The other thing, it looks like we have to turn. Yeah, this just brings us into here, and then you have to, I guess, land it yourself. Approach? Did I miss the approach? I think I screwed up. I missed whatever marker I was supposed to hit approach mode in. So in usual Dark Star fashion, do we do a go around? No, we'd never do a go around.
2500.
I wish I had those flaps buttons.
Sync rate, sync rate.
Why are the runway lights flickering?
1000. Approaching minimums 500.
Speed brakes are armed, right? No, they are not. I guess we're not going to have speed brakes on landing. I'm going to trim those lights off.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Well, we made it, sort of. Did I get, is thrust reverse still on? That's where I clicked it off. There we go. That's better. Oh wow, we're going right here. We dwarf that little jet. We'll let the flaps come up. Get our transponder back to standby. Now we can turn the hydraulics off. we can get external power on. And then we can shut down the engines. And then we can get the generators off. Where's the thing? There we go. Passengers can flee. How did that track any of our stuff? Okay, still gotta get fuel pumps off. Fuel pumps are center pumps, left and right pumps. Flaps up. We did get the flaps up. Oh, I wonder if it didn't finish. Parking brake, we should have set. Did the flaps really not come up? Okay, IRS, emergency light, and PAX. Let's see. IRS. Ah, there they are. And did I not get the emergency lights off? Okay, speed brake, APU start. Well, I guess we probably should have started the APU, but I went straight on to external power. Okay, we didn't get the lights off. We can get the nav and strobe off. Okay, the taxi lights are off, good. Auto brake selector is off, flaps mostly came up, and we already did that one. Hydraulic panel is off. External power we turned on, we don't turn on aft. Seatbelt selector we did, fuel pumps, just make sure. Yep. Flaps mostly, parking brake was set. Cut off that. C1 and C2 electric we did. Left and right demand. We did. Beacon now, with the engines off, beacon can come off. Taxi off. Flight directors off. Seem to switch together for some reason. So IRS off. Light, deck, door, power. How are we gonna get out of here? We turn that off. Emergency lights. That's one thing I was looking for, but like. Oh, okay, I guess I didn't get it off. Packs off. Yeah, we did that. Recircs, I think, are off. HUD combiner stow. Yes, we did those. APU off, battery off would be the last thing. APU off, battery off, but we're still on external power. Aren't we? Thought I was on external power. All right. So I haven't gone through these yet. I think that's all the outside stuff. Battery on, C1, C2. External power if available. This is probably just setting everything up so nothing weird happens when you start the engines. Okay, some more setup. Beacon on. Right, engine start. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuel control to run. Monitor the engines as they come up. Alright, so let's give it a try here. So we want fuel pumps on. Right engine to start. And run. And then we would do left engine start. And then that comes up. Okay, cool. Anti-ice as needed. Auto. Recall cancel switch. Okay, I get looking at it, but like, how do I tell what it's doing? Okay, that's recall. I don't know. Uh-oh. We lose external power? Oh, I wonder if it's because these weren't on. I might need to go through the whole process. We broke it. We broke our toy. Or did we run out of fuel? I think I hear the APU coming on. I probably should turn on these generators too. Oh, look, it's starting. I added fuel, by the way. So now we have some in the center tank. These are on, right? I didn't turn the center ones on, but... Okay, it looks like it cut off external power once things came on. So maybe that's what happened. In theory, the APU should be running now. Hail strike. So it's got door lock failure. That's because we turned off the power to the door. The fans and stuff should come on. Fuel crossfeed's on, doors auto, APU is running, parking brake is set. Do not want. So KTEX is off, so we can turn that on. Electric cabin utility. Yep. And then it was something about the seat signs. Auto throttle disconnect. Flight control mode, I'm not really sure what that means. That's kind of cool. Okay, just trying to get more familiar with how everything works. Emergency lights, packs, view. Yeah, see, this is like annoyingly in the way over here. Like even that's hitting it. Guess we could do that. I don't like that these don't go away easily. Like, okay, I've looked at them. Alright, well I guess we need to keep practicing these. So now let's do the same flight in a Vision Jet. Was it? It was 15 was the one we did, right? Yep. And then I want to do in the daytime where I can see.
Kilo Tango Echo X-ray traffic. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie Tree 2, taking off runway 27, departure to the west.
Okay, doors latched. I'm gonna go ahead and take the parking brake off and hold my brakes. Battery 1 and 2 are on, Gen 1, 2 and on. External GPU, no. Okay, strobe is on. Pass messages, thrust level idle, brakes are holding. Engine's already running. Do we have fuel? Yeah, we got enough fuel. Oxygen master. Ah, yes, the good old. Oh, cap's pin isn't in. Passengers, we don't have any. Bleed switches, bleed. Okay, we're not gonna need any comms right now. Or clearance. We will set the altimeter. We're on 1200 already. We will set our heading. We will set our trim. Oh. Okay. Flaps are at 50. We will hit the toga button. There we go. Pitch altitude goes up. We want 10 degrees. Alright. Departure is briefed. going to set it up here a little bit more in just a minute. We are not going to need de-icing right now, I don't think. Alright, let's go ahead and FLB sync confirm, enter, loading, we'll go like 170, let's say 55 pounds of junk. Fuel we already initialized. Departure, I don't think we have any procedure we can do. Approach, we want the same RNAV via DBL. Auto throttle armed. Flaps are at 50. We're gonna go flight level change. We're gonna go up to, I guess let's go up to the same altitude. Might take us a little longer. Oh, this needs like some love. The acceleration or something. Okay, here's 21. Okay, it already got our probe heat on. Wing stab off. Trim is set, flaps are set. Let's get our map up. Did we not get our... We did not. Okay, it looks better. Okay, we're gonna thrust lever to takeoff. Thrust setting aligned with bug. Watch our engines, brakes release. Rotate at 85, pitch to 10 degrees. Landing gear up with positive rate of climb. Airspeed is alive. We're looking for 85. Got a little crosswind here. Wow. Bounces around a lot on that thing. I was even pushing forward on the stick. Positive climb. Okay. We want to pitch up to 10 degrees. Because of the altitude, we're not going to hit 150, but we're good. We're going to go ahead and bring the flaps up. And then we're going to go... I mean, I like flying this thing. Maybe I'll just fly. It's not that far, right? climb past this mountain peak here. I suppose we could have entered EBL or whatever on there. Getting a lot of pressure, so I'm gonna trim. Man, I want to get a force feedback sticks. Alright, we did these things. So climbing, we want to be probably back off just a little bit. Watch our cabin pressure. Don't think we need that. Let's get the autopilot on. Okay, so we're still in takeoff, so it wants to pitch us to 10 degrees until we start doing things. So we can get heading mode on, and we can go flight level change. Now is going to accelerate us up to 165 and then continue climbing. So my plan was to go out here a little ways and then head over towards our flight plan. Could even do let's add GLENO. And then we will go rect to that and go nav. Yeah, I didn't want to shoot straight across here. So I thought it might be better to go up a little ways and then cut over to DBL and then back down into Aspen. Okay, we're on auto throttle. We still don't need ice protection. Pick up ATIS. So this is blinking because it wants me to go into standard barometric pressure, which we can do, but I want to get the real one dialed in first. But I don't seem to be picking up ATIS. We do it on our departure. Should be about the same, right? Nope. Cannot. Alright, we'll just do that anyway. Okay, we just did this, but we'll do it again. We want to check our Airport elevation. So runway threshold is at 7680, touchdown is 7737. It looks like it comes up about, what, like 50 feet? We'll need ice protection. Look at our altimeter, seatbelt secured, brake pressure check. So I still don't know how to check the brake pressure. I know that we have these kind of systems displays. Well, we were already looking at that one. Our oxygen pressure, temperatures, cabin pressure, bleed, ground. Temperature, IPS fluid, baggage door, external power, landing distance, we'll need that in a minute, 2372.
Aspen Airport Information Kilo 0500 Zulu.
There we go.
Wind 201 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,900 feet temperature. dew point 7. Altimeter 2981. Visual runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo. Aspen Airport Information Kilo 0500 Zulu. Wind 201 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,900 feet temperature. Dew point 7. Altimeter 2981. Visual runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo.
Let's go and get our VNAV.
Aspen Airport Information Kilo 0500 Zulu. Wind 201 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition.
Where's my atmospheric pressure setting?
Dew point 7. Altimeter 2981. Visual runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
You know, it's probably over here, isn't it?
Back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo.
There it is.
Aspen Airport Information Kilo 0500 Zulu. Wind 201 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 4,700 feet temperature. Dew point 7.
Okay, 2981. That's what we want.
Visual runway 15 in use. Landing and departing runway 15. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Kilo. Aspen Airport Information Kilo 0500 Zulu. Wind 201 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky
Alright,
condition.
let's shut that up. get our flaps down for approach. Airspeed will be 140 knots. And I need to remember to enable approach mode earlier, but I don't know, or at least fly it. We could use some ice protection. We're gonna hit some clouds. I'll turn on engine protection, and if the window ice is up, I can turn on the others. But I mean, these are such thin clouds, I don't think it's an issue. Okay, so do we have... This says airspeed 140, but we're up so high, I might go a little faster than that. One thing I don't like in this is the, it's so hard to get to the speed dial down there. I do have a thing set. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. There we go. Okay. So I can do it with my control. I don't have to be looking down there to turn the knob. Okay. So let's actually set this to be 145 maybe? I think I want to set this to actually 1220. Not 1220, 12,200. That's insanely high. Okay, top of descent, 3.5 minutes. So 12,200 feet down to 7,737. Seems like a very sharp descent. I'm gonna try and watch it better this time though than I did. Okay, so Lino is here, and then we're gonna go across to DBL and down into Aspen. Now what the Vision Jet is wanting to do here is loop us around. So I think I'm going to pretend to be air traffic control. Well, I don't know. I really don't want to do that loop. You can kind of see what it's got planned for us there. But I think it's factoring that into its descent. So it might not be a wise thing to change it. The other thing I want to do is go back to FMS here.
Vertical track.
1 minute warning. Check our landing data here. I don't remember what that was. Let's just say 27. It actually has a hold at DBL. I wonder what happens if we remove that. Okay, looks like might take us straight in now. I'm gonna get first notch of flaps down. Alright, run through some clouds, we'll get that on. So Alex here, we want to make sure we're on track for the descent this time. Let's go and get gear down. And I'm gonna go full flaps once we get 3 greens. I am seeing some icing on the window now. So we actually don't want to go full flaps if you're getting icing. So we're gonna go back to 50% flaps. That's what that warning is. Okay, landing gears down. Flaps are as required. Cabin pressure differential. It's marking it for 8,000 feet, so it's pretty close. We'll watch it. Before we land, we do want to get the windshield off, because apparently that makes it hard to see. So that is these two.